Hello, you're in Deb's kitchen. Are you hungry? The days are getting colder and we're gonna cook up some quick and easy fideo just like my mother used to make it. But first, don't forget, go like and subscribe if you want to see more videos in my kitchen. Okay, this is a budget-friendly meal and we're going to use some fideo today, some some sliced cheese, a can of tomato sauce, some chicken powder bouillon, and some onion flakes and water. Okay, you're going to start off by turning your pan, and you need to get a pan that has some depth because this fideo is kind of like a soup. So we're going to get some canola oil, and I'm going to use have it at medium-high heat. I'm going to put in a couple of tablespoons that would probably just lightly coat the bottom. And canola oil is a good choice because it has a high smoking point. And our fideo, you could even use vermicelli, break it up into the pieces. Fideo comes in different types of bags. It comes in coils, but I'm using this bag. It's 7 ounces. We're going to put it in, and now we have to toast our fideo. And this process is going to take you about 5 minutes, but it's very important that all this fideo, you see how it's just solid color, it has to get golden brown. And so we're going to come back in about 5 minutes. I decided to turn it up too high because it's taking a little while to get going. Once it starts frying, it'll go quick. But like I said, we have to toast this really good. And fideo, as the weather turns cold, this is a comfort food, very budget friendly. And like these packs, you can get the 7-ounce packs. You can actually get them in your stores like Food for Less 4 for $1. So if you're on a budget, try some fideo. Children love fideo. It's kind of like rice, but it's noodles. And who doesn't like noodles? And the thing about this is it's a comfort food. It's almost like a soup. And if you don't see here, the fideo is starting to brown. This is what we're looking for. We want it to get golden. And so we're going to keep stirring. And it's important to keep it moving or it'll burn. And we don't want burnt fideo. So now we'll be back in a few minutes. Fideo is one of those foods that when it's cold and you want a bowl of something rich and delicious, this is the perfect thing. And it comes together so quick and anyone likes it. The children love it. And you can add anything you want to it actually. Some people will put carrots, onion, or even diced potatoes. And it will be just as delicious. But today we're making plain fideo and it's ready. See how golden it is? We're going to start adding things. Okay, now we're going to start adding our ingredients. And I'm going to put the tomato in, and this is a 8-ounce can. And we want to put the tomato in first because we want to fry the tomato sauce. Frying your tomato sauce gives it a better flavor profile. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to add water. And I have 4 cups. Some people like the fideo drier. I like it kind of soupy, like a soup. Once it gets cold, it will thicken up. And so start off with a lot of water. I have 4 cups of water. And then our chicken bouillon powder. You can add bouillon cubes, fresh bouillon, but this is Deb's Kitchen and we do it easy in Deb's Kitchen. So we're going to start off with, just like my rice, let's stir this up. And make sure you stir that bouillon because you don't want to get clumps of a salty bouillon in there. And I have dehydrated onions. You can put dehydrated onions or you can put garlic, or you can put whole onion, sliced onion. My mom always put sliced onion, and she would just slice a ring off and throw it in there because us kids didn't like it, but Dad did. And he would always get the bowl with, with the onion in there. So now, that's all there is to it. We're going to put a lid on it because it needs to simmer for 15 to 20 minutes. And at this point, if you like, you can add a little cumin. I don't generally add it, but a lot of people do. So you feel free to add what you like. So we will see you back in 15 minutes. Your fideo, once it comes to a rolling boil, and you can see here that it's starting to boil. Once it starts boiling, we're going to turn down the heat because we don't want it to burn. So I'm going to put it down, but I'm only going to put it down enough so I can still see bubbles, but not furious rolling. I'm turning my heat down a little because it started boiling. So you basically have to watch your fideo at this point, and if you see that it's boiling, turn it down a little. And just stay there till you see that the boiling action has lowered and it's just gentle boil. And do not remove the lid. Just shake it like we do when we make rice. And that will distribute it and make sure that it doesn't stick to the bottom. And if you have a lid that has a little venting hole, better yet. Okay, it's 15 minutes, so we're checking our fideo. And here it is, and this is the type of boil you want. As you can see here, this is how it's been boiling all along for 15 minutes. And your sopa is ready, look. And you can eat this in a bowl. It's like a soup. Once it cools down, it will absorb some of that liquid. But now it's ready to eat. But we're going to do what my mama did. Not everybody has cheese, but to me, this makes it extra special and delicious. So we're going to put half of our cheese in and just give it a quick stir. So then we put the rest of the cheese on the top, and we're just going to cover it for about 4 to 5 minutes till the cheese melts, and then we're ready to plate it up. Don't forget to turn off your heat, and let's just let it melt into delicious goodness. Our fideo is ready, so let's uncover it and serve it up. Now, fideo is a side dish that you could actually use with any type of Mexican dish, like rice. It's just like if you're making rice. You can have beans, tortillas. Some people even cook chicken on top of it or put meatballs on top of it. It's a good, the babies love this. They just like a bowl, like you top ramen, Mexican top ramen. You just serve yourself a nice bowl when you come in on a winter day and get a couple of tortillas. Look at that cheese. Ooh. And you could also make shells, like a budget meal. When you had 10 kids, my mom would make the big, huge Italian shells, and she would make the little tiny shells. Any type of shells of pasta she would use. And sometimes when we didn't have any fideo, she would crack up spaghetti noodles. Vermicelli, same thing. So let's try our fideo. It would be nice if I had a nice homemade butter tortilla. It would go perfect with this. So let's try it. And like I said, as it sits, it will absorb some of the liquid. So right now, this is a soupy, the delicious point when you want to eat it hot. It is delicious. Very budget-friendly college kids. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to leave some comments if you want to see other dishes that you don't know how to prepare and you want me to try making them for you. Leave a comment. Also, I want to mention that I do have a Facebook page where I cook in my kitchen at random times, uncensored, bloopers, live, and go check it out. The link will be in the description.